So Kevin left Wendy for Sharina, and now she left him because he's a broke boy. Talk about karma. He had it all: money, fame, and a woman that loved him. But now he's broke and drowning in debt. Sharina ain't about that broke life, so it's crazy how things can go downhill, right?
This backwoods Barbie, he was tricking up money. She's in the passenger seat of my Rolls Royce Ferrari, and really? Really?
So boom, let's start out from the beginning. Kevin and Sharina had a secret affair for a whole 16 years. Can you believe that? And the craziest part is that Kevin was still married to the famous talk show host Wendy Williams through all of it. Yes, that is a very messy love triangle, but that's not even the worst of it, because not only did Kevin cheat on Wendy, but he also used her hard-earned money to support Sharina's extravagant lifestyle. Yeah, it's a mess. So let's rewind back in time. It all began in 2007 when Kevin and Sharina started sneaking around behind Wendy's back. He showered Sharina with expensive gifts and fancy trips. But here's the kicker: Wendy actually knew about the affair. We can't even imagine how she felt knowing her husband was sneaking around with someone else. She was all alone and had no one to talk to.
I had nobody again to talk to, but the times now were even deeper than they ever were in my life. I couldn't call my mom, my dad, my sister. They would have just said, just leave.
One time she went all the way over to their house and spray painted all over it.
I was cupping my eyes at every window. Okay. Pulled out my spray paint. And I spray painted Kevin and Wendy forever.
She had to live with the knowledge that her husband was cheating, and she had one rule: no babies outside their marriage. Simple enough, right? Wrong.
Hot topics, poke a hole in the condom and get pregnant. But that backfired on me, didn't it?
Kevin couldn't keep his promise. He broke that rule too and had a baby girl with Sharina. Can you imagine the heartbreak Wendy felt when she discovered this truth? It was the final straw that shattered their marriage, and Wendy filed for divorce, and the world watched as their relationship crumbled in the public eye. This is also where things started to go badly for Kevin. When you work for a woman you are cheating on, you're bound to get fired someday, and it couldn't have come at a worse time for him. With the expecting child, Kevin needed all the cash.
I don't recommend that you work with your husband, because I made him my manager, and then when I decided to divorce him, he had to be fired. In other words, I made him divorced and unemployed all in one day.
But the drama didn't stop there. While Kevin was still married to Wendy, he used her money to finance Sharina's dreams. First, he sent Sharina to a fancy massage therapy school. But guess what? It didn't work out. She dropped that dream before it even got started. It was like her ambition vanished into thin air. But Kevin didn't give up. He decided to try his luck with an online clothing and jewelry store called Lavish. Can you believe the nerve? Using somebody else's money to start a business for your side piece? But of course, it was doomed to fail, just like everything else Kevin touches. It's like he had a Midas touch for choosing unsuccessful ventures. He even got her certified as a realtor, and when that flopped too, he opened up a vegan shop for her. And guess what? That wasn't a success either. They should have just given up at that point. But the madness didn't end there. Kevin even bought Sharina a $1 million house. Can you believe that? He was living a life of luxury, all funded by Wendy's bank account. But let's not forget, Wendy was a successful talk show host while Kevin was just a producer. He didn't earn enough to sustain Sharina's lavish lifestyle. Even Sharina's wedding ring was bought with Wendy's money, and she had the audacity to show it off on social media. Everything those two had was thanks to Wendy, and she wasn't going to let them forget it.
Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson. Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. She'll be almost I think she'll be 3 next month, don't you know?
However, the alimony money Wendy was paying Kevin was clearly not enough for all their expenses, and when Wendy faced health issues and had to take a break from her show, that was the end of Kevin's lavish lifestyle. Eventually, the network canceled Wendy's show due to her extended absence, and this is where things took a turn for the worse for Kevin. You see, Wendy had a sneaky clause in their divorce settlement. If her show got canceled, she didn't have to pay Kevin any alimony. Just like that, the easy cash flow stopped.
And I'm a very plotative individual. I will plot on you. That's right. And that's why I'm going into season 11. And he's changing Pampers.
But you won't believe what happens next. Kevin's financial situation went even worse downhill. The alimony payments dried up, leaving him high and dry. And suddenly, he couldn't afford the lavish lifestyle he was growing used to. It was like his life was collapsing before his very eyes. But desperate times call for desperate measures, right? So what did Kevin do? He decided to sue Wendy, claiming she owed him money, and he was furious with her. Kevin Hunter claimed that he was fired, not because of my job performance. I was fired because I was going through a divorce with my ex-wife, and that is unlawful in the state of New York. He also went on Instagram asking for his money back. The fact is, I'm not being silent anymore. This has nothing to do with Wendy, but has everything to do with the people trying to steal hard-earned money that I've worked for and helped build. He also added, I didn't forfeit as much as I did for my son to go through this. Missed me with the double standard ish as well. But this case got thrown out of court. Not only was he a broke boy, but he also had to deal with the lawyer fees. Talk about a major L. It was like rubbing salt into the wound. In an interview, Kevin revealed just how broke he was. I have fallen behind most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowners association, and I'm behind on that bill. If the homeowners association fees are not paid, foreclosure will soon follow. My car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. But to make matters worse, Sharina dumped Kevin when his money train came crashing down. She packed her bags and moved back in with her mom, leaving Kevin alone.
Now, I am hearing that her ex-husband Kevin and Sharina are no longer together, and you know what that is.
Well, come on now.
The money gone.
What you thought was gonna happen?
The money is gone.
It's like she only cared about the fancy gifts and luxurious lifestyle he could provide. Once the money was gone, so was she. And honestly, that's exactly what Kevin deserved. I don't care. It's crazy how this Twitter user predicted this was going to happen. They said, Kevin Hunter been having this illicit affair for 10 plus years. His wife, that his mistress, has been begging him to leave, just filed for divorce. Sharina can have him 100% soon enough, and watch her not want him anymore when it's all said and done. They never want you when you're free. Other Wendy fans have been having a field day after this news broke too. One commented, the fact that this man thought he would have had a happily ever after is hilarious. In the words of Nene Leakes, you can never win if you play dirty. So there you have it, the epic tale of Kevin Hunter's downfall. It's a stark reminder that playing with fire eventually gets you burned. Kevin thought he could cheat, steal, and live it up on someone else's dime forever, but karma had other plans.